whining about costs in the White House. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. This is her speaking with, is this the diaries of a CEO, right? So, Rob, if you can play this clip, this is her talking about how expensive it was to live in the White House. Go for it.
It's expensive to live in the White House. As many people don't know. I mean, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat. You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the First Lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel to be on the plane. It is an expensive proposition, and you're running for 2 years and not earning an income. So all of that was in my mind. How would we manage this? So my fears came from the fact that I thought he could win. Because maybe way in the back of my mind, I was hoping that maybe he wouldn't, that this would be the last thing he would do. But I knew he had it in him to make this happen.
So, what are you thinking when you're giving this message? Like, what are you thinking in your mind? Because let's do data. Rob, can you type in Obama's net worth in 2007? What was Obama in 2007? 1.2 million, 1.3 million. Okay. So their net worth is, let's write this down. This is pre-White House. Their collective net worth was 1.3 million. Can you go to where their net worth was in 2016 when they're done being presidents? Okay. 2016. So their net worth, as expensive as it was, they went from being 1.3 million to 12.2 million. So that's 10xing your net worth in 8 years. And that's not bad. So can you now go to their net worth today, 2025? What is the net worth today?
It's got to be worth a couple $100 million. No?
It's two numbers. You see 70 million to 250 million dollars. So 70 million to 250 million dollars. If you type in a couple other places, you'll see 100 million. You'll see 70 million. But you'll see a couple ranges. But let's just stick to the 70 million dollars. Pre-presidency, 1.7. So expensive being at the White House. It was so expensive that our net worth went from 1.3 million to 12.2 million 8 years later. What an expensive lifestyle. And then you go from 12.2 million to 70 million dollars. What do you think the average person that listens to this, do you think they connect to that, Michelle? I'm just curious. You're a very good communicator. Very. You were very good on stage. One of the best. You know how to rally. You actually do. Barack used to say, if I ever needed to win an election, I put Michelle on stage. I've heard that many times. Who are you inspiring with that message you're giving? Think about another younger African-American girl that's listening to this. Do you think you inspired her to want to be a first lady? What do you think you did? Do you think that motivates another girl that's watching this saying, I want to grow up to be like Michelle Obama, my hero? Oh, let me hear to see what she has to say about being a first lady. I bet she says it was the greatest honor. Oh no, in the back of her mind, she wishes he wouldn't have won because it was so expensive. I don't understand. There's no way a publicist said, take this angle. And here's her interview with Lewis Howes, okay? Before I show you this, Rob, you took the wrong picture. Back, and you did that intentionally. Don't do that. Go back to it again, Rob. Go back to the video, okay? So can you go on the channel? Just go on Lewis Howes' channel. Lewis Howes is one of the best in the game. Go to videos, okay? Go to videos, and then go to views. Popular, tap in popular. Let's see what maybe Lewis hasn't ever done any big interviews. Go there. First one, most views, 11 million views, okay? Second one, 6.7 million views. Third one, 6.3 million views. Fourth one, 5.9 million views. Fifth one, 5.3 million views. Sixth one, 5.3 million. Another 5 million, another 4.7 million, another 4.3 million, another 4.3 million, another 4.3 million, another 4.2 million. Can you go and see how many videos he's done? Okay, keep going lower to see it. So let's do rows. Let's do rows. 1, keep going, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Stop right there. 28 rows times 4 is what? 28 rows times 4 is 25 times 4 is what? 100. So 200. So 112 interviews he's done. that have gotten over 1 million views. And of everybody he interviewed above, not a single one of them have on Instagram. Can you go to their followership? Can you go to Michelle Obama's followership on Instagram? Not a single one of them have 57 million Instagram followers. Not a single one of them on X has. Not a single one of them on X has, let's go to that, 21.6 million. Not one of those people he interviewed has that kind of reach. And then go and pull up her interview 2 days later, how many views it got? Go on her interview, okay? Go. How many views? That's definitely not because of Lewis House.
No.
22,000 views. How many comments, Rob? How many comments? Go lower. Go lower. Comments is what? 82 comments? Are you kidding me?
That's weird.
Only 82. Let's read the comments. So Lewis House, classy guy, is thanking them. Great. Self-doubt comes from problems. It's essential to prioritize your mental health. This is by far my favorite interview. You're probably the only one of 22,000. Wow, one of the best podcasts I've ever watched. So excited to hear them. Wow. Okay, what is the market saying? Maybe the market is saying we don't want no victim mentality messages anymore. It's done. It's not attractive. Be a hero. Sell a young girl. Man, one day you can also be. And let me tell you, there's burden that comes with this, but it's worth it. You're doing it for your country. Brock and I are very grateful to have the life that we have now because we work very hard. You can as well if you pursue your dreams. Instead, life was so expensive. In the back of my mind, I wish you wouldn't have won. Give me a flipping break. Like you're a hero to millions of girls. This is how we speak. I don't know about that. I mean, to me, it's like, give me a break already. This is the part where you sit there and you wonder, like, can we change the hero-making machine? The market is telling on Lewis House's podcast. Can you go back on his channel, Rob? Can you go back? Lewis, forgive us for doing a complete public inventory of your channel. Can you go to videos? Can you go to videos and zoom out a little bit? Not most popular. Go to the latest. Okay, go to the latest. So let's see. Zoom out a little bit so I can see it. Zoom in a little bit so we can see it. Guys, 4 days ago, Dean Graziosi got 4 times the amount of views as Michelle Obama. I guarantee you would have believed it. 6 days ago, is that Chloe? Who is that? I don't know who that is, Rob. Is that Chloe?
Lucy Hale.
Who is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, she got 134,000 views.
She's getting sober, though.
160,000 views. Simon Sinek, 205,000 views. Mel Robbins, 139,000 views. I don't know who that, 195,000 views. 126,000 views, Dave Ramsey. 206,000 views. 344,000 views. This is a travesty. By the way, whether you're a fan or not of Michelle, would you have expected this to be the numbers on one of the biggest podcasts in the world called Lewis House's podcast?
Nope.
He was just on Bill Maher a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis House was.
Why do you think this is? Adam, let me come to you. Let's be as fair and respectful as possible. I don't want any funny shots, no sarcasm. Why do you get the first lady with 56 million Instagram followers, 22 million X followers? Why do you get 22,000 views? Adam.
Okay, so I'll give 3 reasons. Number 1, people are interested in people who are interesting. She's not doing anything interesting. Why?
56 million people followed her.
Yeah, but that's from 10 years ago. So what has she done lately? You know, what have you done for me lately? Like, it's almost like you have a great salesperson you were talking about before that was the number 1 salesperson in the company 10 years ago. And now they're just coasting along, and now they're number 48 because they're just doing the same old thing. People aren't interested in her anymore, clearly. Numbers don't lie, right? Some brilliant guy once said, words talk, but numbers scream. Nobody's interested. Number 2, I would highly encourage her to go on any podcast where it's just not a softball fluff piece interview. The last podcast that I've seen her go on are apparently, what's our buddy's name right here? Who just went on? Lewis House.
Yeah.
You went on Jay Shetty. You went on The Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Great outlet. She went on, in my opinion, with Craig Robinson. She went on the Jennifer Hudson show. Show me a podcast where someone's challenging her belief system. Show me one. Show me one clip where she's getting into it. Show me one. Nobody likes the fluffies. Say what you want about Trump. He's going to show up. He's going to show up to ABC. He's going to show up to NBC. He's going to show up to CBS. He just did Kristen Welker with MSNBC. He's going to mix it up. Who's the guy that just interviewed him and he's like, MS-13, excuse me. Like, he's going to do that. People want to see that. That's how you get to know the real person. And the last thing that she's suffering from is what I would call the Kamala Harris effect. The more and more she talks, the people realize they're not interested in her. The more and more she talks, people are like, yeah, I'm good on this. And her approval ratings and her net approval ratings are plummeting because nobody's interested. And that's me being as
Okay, Tom, what do you
fair
think?
as possible.
You can be straight up.
I'll be straight up with you. The shelf life on victimhood is short. And once upon a time, she had a product that she could offer.
So true.
And she had a wonderful book, and she was representing, healthy foods and things like this. And she had
She was
purpose
inspirational.
and more purpose. She was inspirational. And by the way, in the White House, let's break it down, folks. 1.3 million coming in, 12.2 going out. I did the before taxes. So before taxes, the Obamas averaged 1.96 million per year before taxes. As president, he only made about 300 grand. So something was going on. They were getting book deals. They were getting speaking. She was getting paid to speak, like at universities and stuff. So there was all this going on. But now, guess what? It's like a pair of Levi's that is no longer in style and nobody wants to buy. I mean, and
But you
so
can recreate yourself.
that's
You can recreate yourself.
I agree, but what you can recreate, and you hired, what would the CEO do at Levi's? Hire designers. Let's get with it. We're all about denim, but let's get with the future. Let's design what people want. But whoever is with her, she's not getting any encouragement to reinvent, or if she's getting that encouragement, she's not saying anything. And it's disappointing
your
to me.
thoughts.
You know, I know
America
what-
needs women that are inspirational for our girls to look up to.
I agree.
Especially a woman of color.
And you nailed it, Tom, with the shelf life, with the victimhood, and also, Pat, you guys have to understand this. People were told you had to love her. People were told you have to vote for Barack Obama. You know what I mean? That whole, if you ain't black, and it would, that whole push was, she was pushed on us. And to be honest with you, besides all that, okay, and her stance and all that, what has she done? You're the first lady of the president of the United States. Okay, that's it. That's all. Okay, that's all. She didn't solve anything. She didn't cure anything. That's all. And then her true colors. This is a big part of it too, Pat. Her true colors came out when there's a funeral of a president and your ass doesn't show up. That's who you really are. Okay, when there's an inauguration
Thank
where it's
you.
a passing of the guard, your ass is supposed to be there. You don't show up. The market sees it. The people know you for who you are. And I don't want to hear this crying, feel sorry for me crying BS tour. It's horseshit. She's a multi selling out arenas. What the hell is she saying to sell out an arena? You know what I mean? She's not Shane Gillis. She's not freaking, Bill Burr or any of these big ass comedians. She's not Louis C.K. Who are you? She's not Kevin Hart. You're selling out freaking arenas, making all this money. They propped her up to be this person, and now you're a victim. It's unattractive. And then she's on this podcast. Did you see this one? She says, I need therapy, and I'm transitioning into my truth. Transitioning what? To a potential billionaire? You saw this one?
Rob,
Rob,
play
this is the one?
And at this phase of my life, I'm in therapy right now because I'm transitioning. I'm 60 years old. I've finished a really hard thing in my life with my family intact. I'm an empty nester. My girls are in, they've been launched. And now for the first time, as I've
can see that
said
being
before,
challenged.
every
Yeah,
choice that I'm
and that's
making
fine.
I can
is
sincerely feel that
completely
being challenging.
mine. I now don't have the excuse of, well, my kids need this or my husband needs that or the country needs that. So how do I think about this next phase? And let me get some help. Let me unwind some old habits. Let me sort through some old guilt that I've been carrying around. Let me talk about how my relationship with my mother has affected how I think about things. So I'm getting that tune up for this next phase because I believe this is a whole nother phase in life for me. And I now have the wisdom to know, let me go get some coaching while I'm
You know
doing
what it is,
it.
though? But think about it. How am I going to get this next phase, which you're extremely famous? Like, obviously, she's going to have Secret Service protection for the rest of her life, which she deserves. She's the first lady. You're going to continue to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. Meanwhile, Donald Trump he's donating his $400,000 salary. I don't think any other president has done that multiple years while he's been the president. And all this time, it's like, bro, like you guys nailed it. It's a victimhood, and nobody wants to hear that crap.
Vinny,
And where's been Barack? Where's Barack? Have you guys even heard a peep from Barack Obama?
I want to focus on her here. So for me, you know, I the only thing I see is I went on YouTube right now. You know what I typed up? I typed up Michelle Obama. Okay, if she sees this clip or her marketing team watches this clip, go to filters and type in views, and go to the second one, carpool karaoke. How many views? No, you don't go to it, Rob. I'm just saying, like, go to it, like, zoom in a little bit.
84 million.
8 years ago. Okay, go to the next one. Keep going.
She's having fun,
Ellen,
right?
65 million.
Yeah, having fun.
Go to the next one, 44 million. What pattern do you see all three of them? She's having fun.
Fun.
Go to the next one. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I don't know, that's Secret Service. Okay, great. That's 37 million. Keep going. That's not part of it. Obama's make baby stop crying. Okay, cool. Human. Okay, next, 27 million. Fun. Next one, 22 million. Fun. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 22 million. That's a lot of views, Vinny.
Of course.
With Colbert. You have Fallon, 19 million views. This is a lady that sold 14 million copies of her book, 725 on day one. 8 million US, 14 million worldwide. Sometimes you got to watch your own content from back in the days and see what happened there. Now, don't get me wrong. If there is a divorce going on, if there is a challenge going on in the marriage, if there is something like that and you're going through it, look, it's an issue. But to get that many people, there was a thing that I heard one time many years ago. It said, stop complaining, stop making excuses, because 80% of people could care less, and 20% are glad you have them. Stop complaining about your problems, because 80% could care less, and 20% of people are kind of happy you have them. Keep it to yourself. There is no benefit to it.
Yeah.
There truly is no benefit to it. Keep it to your small little circle. We're living in such an era of you know, be vulnerable with everything you got going on. Anyways, let's
Can
go
we
to the
just
next
put
story.
her political career to rest?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone was talking
Yeah,
about she's going to
she's gonna
run,
run,
she's going to
yeah,
run.
yeah.
I was very consistent. I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
Can we at least all acknowledge she's officially done? That conversation is
No, if you get
is not happening.
22,000 views on a big podcast, and the guy that did the interview has done many 100 plus interviews, over 1 million views. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Next week is Armed Forces Day.